Hi again everyone, I hope you're all doing really well. This video is an update on a stock that I haven't looked at for about 2 weeks, but has been queried a few times in comments recently, that being Vinco Ventures or BBIG. The stock seems to be dipping again following another recent run sparked by more news about the company's much touted cryptide spin-off. The company filed a Form 10 the other week but left the record date blank, but when given the meme stock status of BBIG, this was enough to get punters excited and yet again attempt to force a short squeeze with the stock. So this video is a brief update on where BBIG is at currently in terms of a potential short squeeze play, and I will give my thoughts on what I think is happening with the stock in general. So let's get into it. So currently, as the numbers stack up, BBIG has the top ranking on the fintel short squeeze candidate list. Interestingly, while it is topping the list, the numbers behind it are not actually the strongest they have been for this potential short squeeze candidate. However, the high borrow fee does stand out as a strong number, putting pressure on those holding short positions in this stock. The fact that Vinco Ventures is topping the short squeeze list is at the moment perhaps a reflection on the state of the markets. It has a short squeeze score of 98.5, which while quite high, usually the top candidate has a score of around the 99 to 99.5 mark, sometimes even higher. So we can conclude from a statistical point of view that Vinco Ventures is a bit of a powder keg in the short squeeze stakes. However, while wearing the crown, it is not as strong as it has been on this list before, despite being at the top. Jumping over to an hourly chart, we can see that the stock has been on a slide over the past 2 sessions following its latest rally. One sign that is not very promising compared to the last time BBIG ran, about a fortnight ago, I believe is that we're not seeing the same pace in the volume of trade. I believe it's for the same reason that the last charge cut short. Basically, poor broad market sentiment. Switching to a bit of a technical analysis of the trading trends, we can see that there is a slight trend upwards in terms of higher lows and higher highs, but it's not really much to write home about. If we were to put faith in this trend of higher lows, we would be potentially expecting a bounce back in the stock price once it hit down around the $2.70 mark. However, I think there is a thesis to suggest we could already be seeing a bouncing point for the stock. The fact that the stock is currently below the 20, 50 and 100-day volume weighted moving averages, and the fact that we saw a significant reversal in momentum in the aftermarket, where the stock recovered by 13 cents from an otherwise very red day, this aftermarket move could be a sign of some potential inside trading, meaning some company news may be forthcoming. Or it may be people seeing the stock as being about to springboard yet again. With that in mind, I think this new turquoise breadcrumb trend line could potentially be capturing a more upward higher low trend, in which case we are seeing the formation of a rising wedge pattern, which can often play out into a bit of a breakout point. For this to play out, I think we will need to see the aftermarket momentum continue through to Friday's regular session, which could carry into a bit of a pop for the stock come Monday. As you can see, there are still quite a few positions that are under pressure. Red boxes representing definitely distressed short positions, while this yellow box represents potentially distressed short positions. The fuel of any potential short squeeze, I think, is coming from these positions that were caught out just prior to the last major run. However, this week's renewed interest could have added some further spice to the short squeeze play. Vinco Ventures still has the retail chatter behind it. Ranked 21st in terms of the most talked about stocks on Reddit, it has been slowly sliding on this list, but there has been somewhat sustained interest in the stock this time around when compared to last year's short squeeze attempts. And I think given the lack of much else potential from other popular meme stocks at the moment and the attractive entry point, BBIG still has potential to really pop again. So in terms of final thoughts, BBIG is never going to be far from another attempted short squeeze rally. And again, we might be moving into that play again. I think it is important to realize that a lot of what has been holding BBIG back is a backdrop of poor market sentiment. I think that as long as this lingers, the rallies the stock has are going to be subdued. Punters, I don't think, should be expecting the mammoth sustained rallies that were seen by the likes of GameStop and AMC last year. These were mature businesses. BBIG is yet to mature and prove itself as a profitable business. This is not to say they won't in the future. It is developing itself very much in spaces which are meant to be big in the future. Pun totally intended. I think that if we can see some good earnings results headline the market news cycle in the coming days, as well as generally more positive outlook for the wider market, BBIG has the potential to have another run again. It has the top short squeeze score and is lingering around a price level from which it has often launched in previous rallies. This powder kick may have some moisture in it, but still has the potential to really blow. Anyway, what do you guys think? Does the retail scene still have the appetite to push BBIG for another short squeeze run? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time everyone, may the markets trade in your favour. Cheers.